Nice to meet you. I'm Teddy. I'm the vlogger and photographer at HackSoft, and this is our second vlog from DjangoCon 2022, where we were in Porto. Hopefully we've leveled up, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. Bye and see you later in the video.
Призывал на мотоцикле. Прикольненько.
Okay, good morning.
Morning. We're ready? We're already shooting.
We are shooting.
Yeah. So, how are you, Teddy? This is Teddy behind the camera, and she has an upgraded camera with the so we are at the gardens of Super Boca Arena, which is the venue of DjangoCon in Porto. We are in Porto. It's Wednesday today. This is our actual third day in Porto because we were flying on Monday. And DjangoCon just started today. It started like before an hour. So far the program is really interesting, and I believe we'll have a lot of content to bring home and a lot of things to do for our clients that we learned here at DjangoCon. So we'll see. It's still the first day, yeah. And it's really interesting because usually when we travel to conferences, we do the city sightseeing day at the end, but this time, due to a lack of potential flights between Sofia and Porto, we decided to do our city sightseeing day yesterday, which was Tuesday. And now it feels really strange because the general feeling that you get after the city sightseeing day is that you're flying back home, but right now the conference is just starting. Portugal is far away. On the map it does not look that far away, but it's quite far away, and this time the flights were okay. Yesterday we managed to cover more than 20 kilometers by foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oof. That's quite a lot.
With the addition of the nivellation. So for the folks that are watching from Bulgaria, you can imagine Porto as Veliko Trnovo. It has a lot of ups and downs, and you're constantly either climbing up or going down. But so far for a single day, I really enjoy. There are a lot of scenic views and like overlooking on the river, or we went to the ocean, actually to the Atlantic Ocean, and we went swimming in the Atlantic Ocean yesterday. So that was really nice. And that's about it for now. So Monday everything was great, 7 hours of actual traveling and flights. Tuesday we actually did a pretty good city sightseeing tour. Now it's Wednesday, the conference just started, and we are about to see what's going to happen next.
Здравейте, приятели! Днес ще правим анбоксинг на турба, предоставена ни от Porto. I like the Century sticker. I also like the Python Web Conf sticker. I haven't heard of this conference actually, so we might check it out. It's awesome.
That's
sticker.
interesting.
Best sticker ever.
nice. And there are a lot of company booths, sponsor booths, and we'll take a look.
I like that one. It's cute.
It was a good first day. The organization is pretty much good. There are basically no problems. What else?
Yeah, we had a bit of delay in the morning, but yeah, I think we managed to get up to speed after lunch. We skipped some Q&A sessions, which I think are in some parts the most interesting part of some talks, but unfortunately we didn't have Q&A sessions in the first 3 talks, I think. But it was pretty nice. Yeah, that's it for the first day.
Also the mixed combination of more or less online I think it's working good.
The organization is pretty good today. This year, the only problem is that there is no enough time for questions. Yeah, I think there was only one talk with time for questions, and it was only one question. But yeah, the talks were really interesting, most of them. I found really interesting the idea of file-based routing, and I really gonna try this. It was really something that could work and help us. So yeah, I think that was the top talk for me for today.
Great.
Oh yeah. Tu otro.
Developers, but I think it's best just to say happy coding and thank you for being listening.
It's the second day at DjangoCon Conference 2022, and today's a big day because Rado is having a talk. More about it, he's going to share.
Hey, Teddy.
Hello, Rado.
Yeah, I found a quiet spot and I'm working on my slides, basically finishing my slides. This is a thing that I always do. Like my slides are kind of ready, but there's always things that you want to adapt before the actual talk. I think it's going to be a good talk. I have an idea about what I want to share, and it's up to me if I can like convey this idea to the audience.
So he's going to talk about quality assurance and testing what matters. Hello everyone, I'm really happy to be here. This is my first DjangoCon as a speaker, and really I want to say thank you for the opportunity given. And something really important, just like the beautiful city of Porto, this talk is going to have a lot of denivellation. So we're gonna go up, down, like really into context and then zoom out and look at the bigger picture. So we are in the right place for this. I hope I have kindled some kind of fire that you're going to follow up after this. And since I have 1 more minute, I'm just going to tweet a bunch of things that I found useful around the topic of quality assurance on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Was it interesting, the Radus stuff?
Yeah, he pointed some nice ideas. Everyone can follow, I think.
Rado, tell me, how do you feel after your talk?
So like after every talk, there's a really big relief because it's now done. I've done it, and I don't have to think about it anymore, which is a really good feeling. I like this feeling when the talk is over. I think it went well. The original slides were prepared for 40 minutes. That's like 40, but I somehow missed that I had only 30 minutes, so I had to rush through some parts. Still, I managed to, I had 1 minute at the end and there were no questions. Aside from that, I think it went really well, and it actually helped me further think about the topic, about quality assurance. Because it's still in progress, we're still developing our quality assurance strategy in HackSoft and the team. And actually this is part of the thought process that we had this year, and also based on the Django experience that we had for the last lot of years. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. It actually helped me a lot to structure my thoughts.
That's great.
And eventually, if someone else found something useful there,
After the talk, quite a lot of people came
Yep.
and had questions.
yeah, they it's really interesting because they had questions, and usually when you talk about testing and quality assurance, there's quite a lot of let's say ideology going around, which is like this is the only correct way to do tests, or this is the only correct way to do test. And some of the people were asking, why don't you do it like this, because this seems more correct. And my general idea was to address it in a more abstract, general way without giving specific ideas and specific libraries, but rather sticking with the simplest possible approach, just using Python. So we had really nice discussions after my talk.
Okay, great. It looks like.
And there was another Bulgarian in the audience, which was a great and pleasant surprise.
Thanks to you, she found us.
Yeah.
Great job, Rado.
Thank you, Teddy.
I think so. Thank you. Should I use this or this?
As you want, because the time is already counted.
Okay, so okay everyone, I'm Martin.
Okay. I'm Martin and I'm from HackSoft, which is a software company based in Sofia, which is in Bulgaria. I'm here to talk about this, which is not very visible. Sorry about that. So, first, we all love Django. I believe all folk here that are in this huge hall with a lot of people that may be nervous love Django, and we've been using it on all our projects for many years. Also, Django is a complicated framework, and we can all agree about that. We all know that it has an awesome documentation, but it's really easy to get lost in it. So that's why we decided to create the Django style. It's a set of guidelines and patterns that we follow. It's a set of guidelines and patterns that we follow in all our projects. And we actually decided to put it live in the open source world a couple of years ago. And since then, we've been receiving nice feedback. This style guide is opinionated. This is definitely not the only way you can build your Django apps. Our only idea is to share with you what works for us, and of course you can always just pick whatever works for you and adapt it in a way that makes sense. This is how it looks. It's honestly, I prefer to it as a documentation, and as Daniele said earlier, the idea of the documentation is to trigger discussions. So we will be really happy if you write the issue and ask us some questions. Thank you so much.
Nós melhor pode deixar morrer com nós.
Да, записваш.
It's the third day of DjangoCon conference.
Yeah, that's today's the last day, the third day, and we are here. So the venue has this kind of a garden around it, which is really nice. It's overlooking the river. There are a lot of scenic views. There are birds of different types. I'm not sure how to say bone in English.
Me neither.
Yeah. So yeah, yesterday it was actually a very productive day, day 2 of the conference. I did my talk, and after this Martin did the lightning talk, which was really nice, and he talked about the Django style guide, and it had a very good comedic value. It was like a 5-minute stand-up comedy. The entire room was laughing. It was really good. And after this we went to the very nice fish restaurant, which was a bit far away from the city center. And yeah, now it's the third day, it's Friday, it feels like Friday. We are a bit more relaxed, like everything that needed to happen happens. All talks have passed, and we're just going to finish with the conference, go do some sightseeing, and tomorrow we're flying back to Sofia, to Bulgaria. And the thing is, the information that we are currently getting from the conference is really useful. We are constantly writing in Slack. We have a few different channels, and we already have a plan on what to follow up, what to test, what to try out, what to do better. So that's the other part of going to the conference. The one is team building and see different places, and the other thing is actually be better in our day-to-day job, and we use Django quite extensively. So I am overall pretty happy with our trip so far.
Yeah, me too.
And that's it. I suppose we will do one last or a couple of last shots while we're flying back to Sofia, to Bulgaria, but that's about it.
Hello, I'm here today with one of the organizers from DjangoCon, and I would love to speak with him so he can share some interesting insights from DjangoCon conference and the history actually about DjangoCon.
Okay. I will start a bit with my personal history with Django.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a developer I've been developing with Django since 2007. Being a Django developer for so long, as I found out that there was DjangoCons, I wanted to come. My first DjangoCon ever was in 2017, the Italy one. The last physical one was in Copenhagen in 2019. And by that conference, we were in. There was a meeting trying to discuss where could we organize the next DjangoCon Europe and so on. And we decided to participate. And they asked us, why don't you apply for organizing it in Portugal? And in 2020, the conference was going to happen in May. We have everything set up. We have all the content selected, and by March, everything shuts down. In 2021, we were starting up again to have a physical conference, but we ended up doing a virtual conference again. And that's pretty much what happened. And that's why we are doing it for the third time from Porto, and this time in Porto, where everybody can see this amazing city and our culture.
For sure, the city is awesome and everything so far. As we've arrived on Monday, we had a gap between the conference and the first day we came. We traveled in Porto and we are now here third day at the conference, and I'm very happy to be here.
Traditionally, DjangoCon Europe has around 400 attendees.
Wow.
This one is over the top with 530 plus 200 remotes.
Yeah.
So you can participate, you can do the networking if you can go to the conference, but if you cannot go to the conference, you can still get the content in first view.
Thank you very much for the discussion.
Okay, really nice.
Thank you. Obrigada.
Obrigado.
We are on the airport, heading to Frankfurt, and then we have 3 hours and a half between the airplanes, and then we are flying back to Bulgaria. If you've liked the video and would love to hear more from HackSoft and the team, please subscribe and get notified. Bye!